now. Hello, this is Dixie Dan Powell. Just like in the courtroom, you got to be bulldog tough. It takes teamwork to get to the goal line and to win the game. Go Bulldogs. Call us, Powell Injury Law, 850-306-2667. That's 850-306-2667.
Well, in about 10 or 15 minutes, we're going to have tip-off, or we say we are. Every time we have a 7 o'clock or a 7:30 game lately, times have changed a little bit, so we're going to be flexible there. But, Coach, we've got Gulf Breeze tonight. Before we talk about that, let's go back and touch the great game we had down at Choctaw. We did lose, lost by 2, but you played a team that was senior-laden. This was probably one of the better teams they've had in a long time. Just things didn't go our way. We started off sort of cold.
Yeah, we got off to a bad start, and we didn't shoot it very well in the first quarter. And so when you get down 10 or 12 or whatever we were,
12 to 4, I think.
Yeah, so when you spend so much energy trying to get back into it, which we did. Sometimes you kind of run out of gas at the end, which. I don't know if that was the case or not. We had plenty of chances. We just couldn't score, man. We scored 38 for the game, and if you'd have told me we'd held them to 40, I'd have told you we'd have won, and I'd have put a lot of money down on that. But we played really good defense for the most part, and we just had trouble scoring, like we talked about last week. Right now we're not shooting it very good, so hopefully that'll come as the season goes.
Well, and two, when you're facing a team like Choctaw that's really senior heavy. If they're any good at all, it's just hard to beat. They've got a little bit more time on the floor than your team. You've got a real young team.
Yeah.
But I will say this: I think we outplayed them defensively.
I do too. I mean, we played, and they did. It was a very hard fought game. Both teams played hard. I wouldn't say it was a good game because it was kind of sloppy, both teams. As far as effort wise, you can't complain. So when you go on the road against a pretty good team and you have a chance to win at the end, I mean, that's really all you can ask for. We've played a bunch of tight games, and we had an opportunity to win that one. We couldn't ever get the lead. Right there at the end, we got right there close. We just never could. I felt like if we could have ever gotten the lead,
if we could have just hit a couple of those shots there,
I know. We
huge.
got some pretty good looks, man.
We did.
So it just didn't fall.
Well, we've got Gulf Breeze here in just a few minutes. Gulf Breeze going to be a tough matchup for you tonight, Coach. They're 6-0. The teams that we beat in close games, they seem to be handing them some pretty big losses. How are we going to? What are we going to look like against them tonight?
And they're really good. They were good last year. People probably don't remember they were the number 2 seed in the region.
Oh wow!
But they got upset the first round. So they were really, really good last year, and they had one of their really good players graduated, but this year they got a bunch of seniors. We looked at the roster earlier, and they got a bunch of guys that are back from last year, and they got multiple guys averaging double figures, so they're really talented. They can shoot it.
3 shooters.
Yeah,
shooting for 3.
They can shoot it. They're athletic. And they like you said about Choctaw, they're experienced. They've been there for a few years, so that makes a difference. I mean, they're beating the crap out of people.
We beat Pace close game, and they beat them by 40. I would really like to know how that happened. If their whole team had the flu or something, you can't even comprehend that.
I know. Well, they beat Fort Walton Beach earlier by about almost 30. So. They beat Pace 40 the other night, so I mean,
they're just shooters.
They
sound like they're shooters,
they're good. I mean, they're shooters, but they're also good basketball players. So, a lot of the teams around here, we have good athletes, not necessarily good basketball players. They have good basketball players, so that makes a difference.
So your game plan tonight maybe a little man, or what do you think?
Yeah, we're going to try to. I mean, who knows? I mean, we're going to work on. We've worked on some stuff in practice, but we're going to try. time of year.
Oh.
Also, yeah.
So I think till the 27th.
Yep.
What do you do during this week? I know the kids get out Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Do you bring them back in a couple of days?
Yeah,
before you start playing again?
we're gonna play back tomorrow. Yeah, and I want to give them that opportunity, but then we'll come back in. So we'll play 3 games in a row. So we got to do something.
So 27th, 28th, and 29th, you're guaranteed 3 games?
Guaranteed 3, yep.
And what happens, if you win all 3, is there another playoff in this tournament, or is that it? Or?
No, it's for a trophy. So if we win all, it won't be the same old local team. So that's a positive.
Great. Appreciate it, Coach. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Hello, this is Dick.
No, it is. I don't think most people have used.
I see. They're going to be a very good shooting team. So
School is out here. That may make a big difference. That school is out. I don't
fixing
know.
to have the national anthem.
Are we going to have the national anthem? Do they do the national anthem here?
They do.
They. Listen up. Do you need a new? Well, I have. Thank you, hometown owner is born in North Okaloosa County.
Like in the courtroom, you got to be
most important games is you can expect maximum effort and maximum appreciation for the playing time. Well, I well coached by the most people in town at Clean Waters. But rookie energy, dedication, and eagerness to give it my selling real estate. I'll be with Greg Watson. WatsonRealestate.com for all the listings in your area.
Much do you need to get out of the box? Let me tell you where he's got beautiful jewelry to win your girl. Make sure I can share.
What's the phone number to Joey the jeweler?
Joey the jeweler.
Well, if you have do team building, take them out to Baker and climb it. They can have some fun. Do their Facebook page and tactics.
Roots are planted. From humble beginnings based on affordable, trustworthy service, Rocky Funeral Service has grown. Roots in our traditions will stay.
Corey?
And they're set left. If you're listening on the radio, Dolphins starting off in with a turnover, quickly down their side of the court, driving the lane. Are the Dolphins now kicking it back out? Dogs starting off in man-to-man defense.
All right, just to give you a heads up, just the student body is standing right in front of us. This is where they put us.
And they're going to get Knox with an early foul. That ball will be on the floor for the Dolphins. They'll inbound it over here on the near sideline.
So if you're watching, pay them.
Probably.
Right. All right, here we go.
Ball's inbounded by the Dolphins. Crestview in man-to-man defense. Dolphins working the ball around the perimeter. And they're looking to drive the lane now. Number 1 for the Dolphins with a fade. Schneid, their leading scorer, hitting the fadeaway jumper. Dolphins have an early 2-0 lead with 7 minutes and counting left. Tries to kick it out to Jones. Ball's going to be turned over by the Dogs, and the Dolphins will take back over on offense here underneath the Bulldog basket.
Did last year every single game, so they're senior laden and just a great athletic team. Bulldogs will have to play perfect.
And they're just kind of in a motion offense now. A nice player. That's number 11, Slanton, with a nice move to the bucket. Hits 2. Scores Guthries 4, Crestview 0. Jones tries a long 3 for the Dogs. Ricochets off to the right, goes out of bounds on a dog. Dolphins back with the ball on offense. And they're sticking in kind of that motion defense, just moving the ball around, doing a good job of moving without the basketball so far, are the Dolphins.
Yep.
They're going to kick it over driving baseline. Now going up for 2. The ball's not going to be any good. Rebounded by Jones for the Dogs. Jones taking it the length of the court, trying to lay it in. Can't find it. Ball's going to be rebounded by the Dogs and then given back to the Dolphins. In the back court, Crestview able to find a turnover. That's Johnson on the takeaway. Blackwell driving lane, now kicking out to Jones. Jones is going to set offense up here. Stewart's going to try for a 3, and that's blocked by the Dolphins. It's number 24, Banks, on the block for Guff Breeze. That ball's going to go out of bounds on Crestview, and we're going to have an early timeout taken by the Bulldogs. 5:31 left to go in the first quarter. Guff Breeze on top, 4-0.
6-0. Guff Breeze comes in. Bulldogs come in 7-1. We've had a couple extra games. Guff Breeze is out of school right now, but they come out.
As is the rest of the area other in Oakland County.
But we go back to 9th instead of the 4th. So
I'm really out right now.
Really?
Lord, yes.
You get an extra 2 days off.
I got to wake up in the morning.
Oh, but
Help
you
me.
get a half a day. Complaining about
What?
Fixing to hook up the administration at Laurel Hill.
Oh.
He's got connections at Desi's.
Dogs coming out in a kind of a the ball. The Dolphins finding the middle of the floater, attempted by number 24, Banks. No good. Rebounded by the Dogs. Now the Dolphins kind of pressing back. Dogs with it across half court. Back on offense. Jones driving, pulling up around the elbow. He gets one to go. Nice jumper there for Jones. Cuts the Dolphin lead to 2.
First
Breeze 4, Crestview 2.
First basket for the Dogs comes 3 minutes in the game.
Guff Breeze walking this thing across half court here. 4:46 and counting left to go in the first. Almost turned over by the Dolphins, able to regain. Trying to work the ball down low, and a nice finish at the rim by Slanton for the Dolphins. Moves the score. Guff Breeze 6, Crestview 2, and Crestview's going to turn the ball over just across half court. So Guff Breeze will take back over.
I'm dealing, again, if you're on YouTube, we're dealing with the student body standing up in front of one end of the court, so I'm going to try to figure out and apologize about that.
Schneid, is it? Schneid. The ball across half court for the Dolphins. They're going back down low to Slanton, and Slanton had a nice give down. And he's going to make a defender miss, pulling up for another long 2. That ball's going to fall just short, rebounded by the Dolphins. Pushing this ball up quickly is Guff Breeze, now slowing back down, and they're going to try a quick transition 3. Ball's going to come up short. Blackwell with the rebound, now pushing it, trying to push the ball up court to Knox, and he's going to throw that ball out of bounds. Dolphins will take over at the far end of the court.
If we can lose the first quarter, and I say quarter, by only a couple points, I say we're in the ball game.
With it back.
Mr. Obvious.
Dogs staying in man defense. Slanton with a nice move for the Dolphins. Kicks it out to the corner for 3. And the Dolphins find the bottom of the basket. on the Max Preps roster.
Maybe.
Finds 3, moves the score. Dolphins 9, Crestview 2. Jones with a long 3 and able to get it to go. Not shot that time by Jones. Cuts the Dolphin lead to 4. Guthries on top 9-5. 3 minutes and counting left to go here in the first. Dolphins break the Bulldog press.
Jones needs
Back 3, unable to find it this time. Rebounded for the Dogs. Jones with it across half court, and he's driving the lane and almost puts in a nice bucket. They are gonna get a foul on the Dolphins, and Jones will go to the line to shoot 2.
I say Jones has got to have 30 tonight for us to have a chance.
Well, he's got all 5 so far. So.
I know. I'm just saying. Pace had 28 against them the other night.
Well,
so
yeah.
I think Jones has got to go 50% behind 3-point line to keep it close.
Jones' first attempt is good.
Pretty good crowd for the Bulldogs fans.
Yeah.
Especially with all the wrecks we had.
Mercy.
All over.
Almost another wreck with a game warden that we saw.
Mm-hmm. Game warden was in front of it, had to slam on brakes.
Jones' second attempt is good as well. Cuts the Dolphin lead to 2. Guthries on top 9-7. 2:45 and counting left to go here in the first. Dolphins moving the ball across half court. And they'll set up what looks to be just a motion offense so far against the Dogs' man-to-man defense. Schneid is going to get fouled by, we'll see, they could call it on, or it looks like they called it on Purdue.
We've been at some gyms where that was a jump ball, just saying.
Yeah. It's the Bulldogs' second team foul of the half. Working the ball down low again are the Dolphins. Slanton unable to finish for the Dolphins that time. Rebounded by Crestview. That's Jones on the rebound. 10 for the Dogs. Clauser went up for 2. Missed the bucket, but Jones was there to put it back in. Score tied at 9. 2:08 and counting left to go here in the first. And they're going to get timeout with 2:06 left to go here in the first. Score tied at 9.
I'm Jenny Powell. I'm one of the attorneys at Powell & Powell Law Firm. Our family has been invested for over 100 years in Northwest Florida, serving your families for over 70 years. If you're in a car accident, you need a law firm who has the training, skill, and experience necessary to deal with insurance companies so that your case doesn't drag your family during your most crucial moments. Just Powell & Powell Law Firm is here for you. You can always just go to our website at www.powelllawfirm.com.
Back at the coming out of the timeout, Bulldog. The first quarter, 9-9 is your score.
The Dolphins get this ball inbounded in the backcourt. Trying to break the Bulldog press are the Dolphins. And they're slowly working their way across half court. Setting up offense now is Guthries. A long 3 attempted. That ball's going to come up short. There's number 24 Banks on the 3-point attempt for the Dolphins. Crestview back on with it on offense. Jones working on this defender, now giving it up. The Dolphins in man-to-man defense so far. Jones at the top of the key. Let's go with 3. That ball's going to come up short, and it's going to be rebounded by the Dogs. That was Clauser on the rebound. Jones driving the lane, lays one off the glass. A nice lay for Jones. Crestview 11, Guthries 9. Jones with his 11th point of the quarter. He has all of Crestview's points so far here in the early going.
Amazing, by the way.
Guthries back with it, driving the lane, kicking it out to the corner, and driving the baseline, it looks like. Kicking it to the other corner for 3. Snipe. And in transition, they're going to get Moulton of the Dogs with a charge. The Dolphins will take back over here on offense. And they must have called that a long 2, unless the scoreboard is wrong. Score tied at 11 with 51 seconds left to go here in the first. Dogs still working in the press. Dolphins get the ball inbounded. And they're just keeping 3 men back in the backcourt, working their way across half court, are the Dolphins. 38 seconds left to go here in the first.
Maybe
Dolphins with it, and looks like taking their time here,
last
maybe
shot,
playing for the last shot of the quarter. Snight with it, dribbling at the top of the key. Thought about pulling it, sends it to the corner. That three is going to be off the mark for the Dolphins. That was number 30, Rowe, on the attempt for Guff Breeze. Jones driving the lane, and he's going to
travel.
They're going to say he got fouled before he got traveled, and he's going to go to the line to shoot two, I believe.
How is that possible? If he didn't travel, then it shouldn't have been a shot, right?
And the official that called the foul is going to send him to the line.
Wow. We'll take it. Nothing like having a little home field cooking away from the view. Well, we got a long break coming up. Our next game will be on the 27th down in Fort Walton.
Jones with the ball at the line, trying to break the tie with 9 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Jones is going to come up short on his first attempt.
Nothing like a Tuesday night cold basketball game.
Taking a couple dribbles. Pressed off. Cross half court. Loses the hand. Second. Let's go a long three, and that ball's going to come up short, and that is going to end the quarter.
With the color. See us, and for we also offer tuxedo rentals for and Sundays and Mondays. Also call us anytime at 850-68446.
Hey everyone, and happy holidays from all of us here at Destiny Worship Center in Crestview. You know, each year Christmas may look different for families all across our community. But no matter what your experience or your background is, we would love to personally invite you and your family to our Christmas Eve candlelight service as we celebrate the birth of Jesus. This service will happen on December 24th at 3 p.m. We'll have child care provided for children 4 years. We are
Ball on offense here in the second quarter. Right. The ball around, now going rim. Out. Dog. This across the court for the Dog. Seven in quarter, you know, and they're just that was number 24 for the Dolphins. And their motion offense trying to get Jones another look. Jones with the ball, getting a screen from Claude. and going to run the length of the floor. That time it was number 24 Banks, lays in a 2 for Guff Breeze, brings the score to Crestview 14, Guff Breeze 13. Crestview turns it over. Guff Breeze back with it on offense. 6:19 and counting left to go here in the first half. A corner three is no good for the Dolphins. Rebounded by the Dogs. Moulton on a fast break, trying to lay one in. It's going to get fouled and go to the line to shoot two.
I like Moulton.
First attempt up, good. Moulton setting up for it. That's going to move the score. Crestview 16, Guff Breeze 13.
Now they hear the ball. They're subbing.
6:09 left to go here in the first half. Guff Breeze working to get this ball inbounded against the Bulldog press. They get it inbounded, and it's going to let the Dolphins work this ball across half court. That's Snyder for three at the top of the key. Yep. And tie. 5:15. Rebounded by Schneid for the Dolphins. Now a little give and go. The basket. 16. Crestview back with it on offense, trying to find an answer. And they're going to get
Oh, there was that on the bench?
No. Fourth team foul. They said somebody pushed off, but there wasn't nobody around him. Fourth team foul for the Dolphins of the half. Crestview gets the ball inbounded. Blackwell with it over here in the near wing. Going to drive to the baseline. Spins and going to fire back out to Phillips. Phillips attempts for three and gets it to go. The ball across half court. He's going to continue to drive. He's going to pull up for a long two. Ball's going to go just long. Stewart with a nice rebound for the Dogs. Phillips is going to try to get this ball inbounded for the Dogs, and he will to the backcourt to Johnson. Johnson slowly. Against the Guff Breeze man-to-man defense. Blackwell with it at the top of the key, almost loses it. Able to regain it, had to pick up his dribble, and finally gives it up to Phillips. Phillips setting back up offense, had Stewart down low, and they're going to call Phillips. Across half court for the Dolphins. Rim is number for the Dolphins. Back on offense. Blackwell with it, working it inside to Closser. Trying to give and go, not there. Closser turns and tries a fadeaway, and that ball's going to go in and out. Rebounded by the Dolphins. That was Snipe The rebound, now pushing it up, and that is the Dolphins. Up for a layup. Flosser. Flosser dribbling that thing across half court is going to have it get knocked out. Set up a baseline inbound play here with 3:29 left to go in the first half. Crestview on top, 19-18.
Unbelievable. Crestview's really good played.
Stewart trying to get this ball inbounded, gets it in the corner to Blackwell, and they're going to call. Play from the baseline coming for the Dogs. Stewart trying to get this thing inbounded, and he'll find Phil. Backs it back out. Now trying to drive the lane, kicks it over to the corner. Stewart driving and laying it off the glass for two. Extends the Bulldog lead to 21-18 with 3:15 left to go in the first half. Dolphins with it across half court. Schneid driving the lane. Nice pass. Finds Cannon. Lays it in for two. Cuts the Bulldog lead to one. 21-20. Dogs on top. 2:56 left to go in the first half, and the Dogs are going to throw that ball out of bounds. And the Gophers, the Dolphins will take over right in front of their bench.
If you're just tuning in, we did start 30 minutes early. These 7:30 starts sometimes go a lot faster than they predict.
Schneid walking the ball across half court for the Dolphins. Dogs in man defense, and the Dolphins unable to handle the pass over there right in front of the Crestview bench. Now Crestview will take back over on the turnover. Jones for the Dogs. The Dolphins will take over. 2:26 left to go in the first half. Crestview on top, 21-20. Ball. Upper there. Finds Dolphins. Left to go here in the first half. Dogs with it on offense. Trying to find Knox down low. Stewart throws that ball away. And the Dolphins will take over once again.
Few turnovers here late in the second quarter has really hurt the Bulldogs to put the Gophers back in control.
Schneid once again. Off in offense, and he's going to throw that one away. Going to be a run for it. Schneid able to get it back. And gets it across half court. And I could not tell. The student section is in my way. I think the ball is going to stay with the Dolphins with 1:40 left to go here in the inbounded. They send it to the corner for three. That ball's going to come up short. Rebounded by Knox for the Dogs. Gives it up to Jones. Jones quickly across half court for the Dogs. Stewart for three. .22.
Miracle on 34 is all I can say. That's a movie, by the way.
The Dolphins driving the lane, trying to lay it under off the glass. No good. Kind of out of control. Jones with the rebound. Tries to push it to Purdue. Turnover by in at the other end. Tries again. Stewart trying to get it off of Phillips. To turn it over.
That's a good foul.
He's going to get fouled by Purdue, but it probably saved the layup, and that ball is going to be on the floor. So the Dolphins will inbound it around half court.
Very smart foul.
Yeah. He'll go to the line. Technical foul. Dolphins will retain possession. First attempt is good. That's number 30 at the line, Rowe. So let's go here in the first half.
Probably playing for the last shot.
Half court. Another nice jumper. 30 seconds left. Up 28-24. Crestview quickly with the ball across half court. Purdue with it. Purdue trying to drive the lane. Now gets it inside to Knox. Knox trying to go up for two. He's going to get fouled. He'll go. On Stewart for the Dogs. The Dogs take over here. 15.8 seconds left to go in the first half. One-minded to Snipe. Snipe trying to work this ball against Stewart. Now kind of getting trapped, having to give the ball up. Still trying to work the ball across half court. They finally do. 3 seconds left, and they're going to try to work the ball inside for a layup. No good.
Listen up. Do you need a new roof? Do you need roof repair? Well, I have a company just for you, CQ Roofing. Hometown roofer since 1999. They're state licensed and insured. Chris Poirier, the owner, operated for 24 years, specializing in shingles and metal. Call 850-683-169 or visit their website at cqroofing.com.
What you doing, parents? I am writing a note to Santa asking him to give one to a needy child.
That is so thoughtful and the truth.
You know something doesn't really exist.
67.
Hey, football fans, it's Greg Watson here. You know, the thing about playing a rookie in the most important games is you can expect maximum effort and maximum appreciation for the playing time. Well, I'm your rookie realtor, well coached by the most knowledgeable and experienced people in town at Till and Waters. But with rookie commitment, rookie energy, dedication, and eagerness to give it my all and to get us both real estate wins. Whenever you're considering
Bye-bye.
a great opportunity for the whole family, for groups. You want to do team building? Take them out to Baker and climb in a tank and shoot paintballs. Birthday party, shoot paintballs. Get in a tank and have some fun. Go to their Facebook page and book an appointment at Oddball Tactics.
Tradition is where our roots are planted. From beginnings based on affordable, trustworthy service, Brackney Funeral Service has grown into a reliable resource your family can depend on. Rooted in our traditions, we stay firmly connected to the families we serve and the care we provide. We continue serving all faiths and families in the only way we know how, by staying true to our heritage. Brackney Funeral Service is locally owned and operated by Terry Brackney, Highway 90 East in Crestview. Call 683-9898.
Hey, this is Kim again with your friendly hometown landscaping company, Always Blooming Landscape. If you're looking for pavers to do your driveways, patios, walkways, and or borders, we have a special for our radio listening audience. We are offering you 10% off your paver installation project. So call us at 850-682-2919 to take advantage of this 10% discount when you mention this ad. That's 682-2919. Always Blooming Landscape. Let us grow with you.
I'm Jenny Powell. I'm one of the attorneys at Powell Powell Law Firm. Our family has been invested for over 100 years in Northwest Florida, serving your families for over 70 years. If you're in a car accident, you need a law firm who has the training, skill, and experience necessary to deal with insurance companies so that your case doesn't drag on forever. Let our family take care of your family during your most crucial moments. Just remember, Powell Powell Law Firm is here for you. You can always just go to our website at www.powelllawfirm.com.
Hey, this is Amber with the Cottage Boutique and Formal Wear. Ladies, if you're looking for something for a special occasion, stop in and see us. And for the men, we also offer tuxedo rentals for prom, weddings, and anything that you really need them for. We are open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday from 10 to 1. We're closed on Sundays and Mondays. If you don't know where we're located and you happen to want to stop in and see us, we're at the corner of Wilson. And you can also call us anytime at 850-682-2446.
Hey everyone, and happy holidays from all of us here at Destiny Worship Center in Crestview. You know, each year is different for families all across our community. But no matter what your experience or your background is, we would love to personally invite you and your family to our Christmas Eve candlelight service as we celebrate the birth of Jesus. This service will happen at Crestview High School on December 24th at 3 p.m. We'll have child care provided for children 4 years old and under. We are so excited about this special day, and we can't wait to celebrate with you. On behalf of Destiny Worship Center, Merry Christmas.
Listen up. Do you need a new roof? Do you need roof repair? Well, I have a company just for you, CQ Roofing. Hometown roofer since 1999. They're state licensed and insured. Chris Courier, the owner, is born and raised right here in Crestview, North Okaloosa County. Family owned and operated for 24 years, specializing in shingles and metal. Give them a call, 850-683-4169, or visit their website at cqroofing.com.
What you doing, Cadence?
I am writing a note to Santa asking him to give one of my gifts to a needy child.
That is so thoughtful and the true spirit of Christmas. Gage, what about you?
Molly, you know Santa doesn't really exist.
Gage?
Santa? Merry Christmas from Crestview, Pay, and Bonnie.
Hello, this is Dixie Dan Powell. Just like in the courtroom, you got to be bulldog tough. It takes teamwork to get to the goal line and to win the game. Go Bulldogs. Call us, Powell Injury Law, 850-306-2667. That's 850-306-2667.
Hey football fans, it's Greg Watson here. You know, the thing about playing a rookie in the most important games is you can expect maximum effort and maximum appreciation for the playing time. Well, I'm your rookie realtor, well coached by the most knowledgeable and experienced people in town at Till & Waters. But with rookie commitment, rookie energy, dedication, and eagerness to give it my all and to get us both real estate wins. Whenever you're considering buying or selling real estate, I hope you would think of Greg Watson. Go to gregwatsonrealestate.com for all the listings in your area.
Guys, listen up. Did you spend too long out on the boat this Saturday fishing? Have you been on the links a little too much? Do you need to get out of the doghouse? Let me tell you where you need to go. Joey the Jeweler. He's on Main Street right by Desi's. He's got tons of beautiful jewels to win your girl back over. And make sure to go like and share his Facebook page. He's always doing great giveaways, so you have a chance to win something free for your girl. So head on over to facebook.com/Joey the Jeweler. Or you guys could just ask Siri what the phone number is.
Hey Siri, what is the phone number to Joey the Jeweler?
Joey the Jeweler's phone number is 850-682-1980.
And we are back at halftime. About $1:30 left in warm-up. Let's go over the stats real quick. Like for the Bulldogs, we have, I think that we know who has the most points, but Stewart has hit 7 points. A big three came on. Jones has, I'm going to have to add them up. I hate to do this. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points for the Dogs out of 24. So 10 points is made up by a few other guys, Stewart, and then a 3 by Phillips. So Phillips 3, Stewart 7, and 14 Jones. Do we got to get anybody else involved? What do you think? Or is it just play the way we're playing? Down by 4 right now.
Yeah, I think just keep doing what we're doing. Couple turnovers late. We gave him a couple baskets, but honestly, the defense have played well. Snight has hit.
Snight has got 11.
Two or three really nice shots, contested shots. So
yep, 6 points by Slatton. And then about 3 or 4 guys with 2, and there was one more 3. I believe that was Jackson. But Schneid has 11, leads their team. Bulldogs is led by Jones with 14. Just a great first half. I'll be honest with you. When a team beats Pace by 40 and you beat them by 2, you just don't know what to expect. You know, we wasn't there, so we don't know. But right. All right. Here we go. Bulldogs are going to be shooting on the right side of the court. They'll be taking the ball out. And Corey has the call.
And Stewart will try to get this ball inbounded here for the Dogs. We're waiting for the official to blow it in play, and he does. Johnson walking this ball across half court for the Dogs. Almost taken away by the Dolphins. Trying to work this ball down low to Knox. Knox backing the Dolphin defender down towards the basket is going to travel trying to do so. So the Dolphins will take back over here on offense. Bulldogs coming out in looks like a 1-2-2 press here early in the second half. Actually, it's a man-to-man press. And they're going to kind of back out of that. The Dolphins able to work this thing across half court. Schneid trying to work the ball inside for the Dolphins, turns it over. Blackwell trying to drive the length of the court, now dishes it off to Knox. Knox going up for 2, gets fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Big. I need Knox to play big. Second half. Play tall.
Knox with the ball at the line. First attempt will rattle in for Knox. Knox with his second attempt is also good. Cuts the Dolphin lead to 2. Dolphins on top 28-26, trying to inbound this ball against the Bulldog press. Snight with it, working against Stewart. And he'll get it across half court. Trying to work the ball down inside again, and they're going to call that a foul on Johnson. Ball will be on the floor. Guthrie setting up a baseline inbound play, and they get the ball inbounded over here in the far corner. Setting back offense is the Dolphins. Snight lets go at 3. That ball's going to be long. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson quickly pushing it up across the court, and he is going to throw that ball out of bounds, but that ball's going to go out on Dolphin, they say. The Dogs will retain possession here with 7:01 left to go in the third. Dolphins on top 28-26. Knox with the ball in the short corner, dishes it back outside to Blackwell, and Blackwell is going to get called for traveling. The Dolphins will take back over on offense. They get this ball inbounded. Working this ball across half court is number 24, Banks, for the Dolphins. And they're going to once again try to get it down to their post player, number 33, DuPont. Ball is going to be knocked out of bounds by the Dogs. Dolphins will retain possession and inbound this ball in front of their own bench. Tried to inbound it in front of their own bench. They finally do. Snipe with it in the far wing. And once again trying to find DuPont. DuPont unable to handle it and tosses it out of bounds. The Dogs will take over on offense. And it seemed like the Guthries conversation at halftime is they wanted to work the ball inside a little.
Yeah.
That definitely seems to be a point of emphasis for the Dolphins here in the early second half. Knox gets stripped at the top of the key, and the Dolphins unable to lay it in at the other end. That was number 24 on the takeaway, Banks, for the Dolphins. Rebounded by the Dogs. Stewart driving the length of the court, trying to go up for two, but is going to get called for a charge on his way up to the rim. Dolphins will take back over. Dolphins get the ball inbounded in the backcourt. And getting it across half court now are the Dolphins. Working the ball down low and finding their post man, Slayton, that time. Slayton gets fouled going up for two, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. The shot was no good.
28-26. Gulfbreeze on top with about 6 minutes left here in the third quarter. Bulldogs playing a great Gulfbreeze team, very close tonight.
Slayton, his first attempt at the line is good.
I would also say that Jones was probably 70-60% from the court, from the field. Just shooting great.
Slayton with the ball back at the line. Second attempt is good. Pushes the Dolphins up 30-26. 5:55 and counting left to go in the third quarter. Dogs with it across half court. That's Stewart. Stewart spinning, pulling up at the elbow, and knocking down a nice jumper. Moves the score. Guthries 30, Crestview 28. Schneid trying to drive the length. Can't lay it in. Gets his own rebound. Is going to get fouled up, going up for the putback, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. That's going to be the Dogs' third team foul of the second half. Excuse me, fourth team foul of the second half.
And that's a little fast. We had 4, I think, or 5 in the whole first half.
Yep.
So coming out early. Well, when Gulfbreeze tries to, they're like you said, they're trying to penetrate. You possibly could pick up a few more fouls early. And we've got the towel guy on the court. First time we've seen towel guy tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Where was that at? They just kept
Pace.
it shine. Pace was really, man, they high shine.
Right around that same area.
Same spot.
Schneid is at the line for the Dolphins. First attempt is rattles home. With the ball now, taking a few dribbles, going into a shot. And his second attempt is good. So Guthries on top 32-28. 5:30 and counting left to go in the second half. Jones with the ball, trying to break the Dolphin press. Finds Johnson in the middle of the court. Johnson dishes it off to Stewart down to the low block. Stewart able to lay that in for two. Cuts the Dolphin lead to 2. Guthries on top 32-30. 5:18 and counting left to go here in the second half. Or, excuse me, in the third quarter. And the Dolphins are going to turn this over. The ball's thrown away on their side. Dogs take back over. Johnson with the ball for the Dogs across half court. Guthries in man-to-man defense. And Stewart kicks it over to Jones. Jones kicks it over to Blackwell. Blackwell gives it up. Dogs working this ball around the perimeter. Now slowing it back down is Crestview. Trying to work the ball inside themselves.
So that should be a foul there. Only the second team foul for Gulf Breeze.
Trying to work the ball inside to Knox. They're going to get Slayton on a foul for the Dolphins. The ball will be taken out on the baseline for the Dogs. Waiting for a sub to come in for the Dolphins. We find Knox at the top of the key. Knox quickly gives it up to Blackwell. Now setting up offense, and that ball is going to be thrown away maybe. I can't see from the student section, but it's some kind of turnover for Crestview, and the Dolphins will take over on offense. Tonight, walking the ball across half court for the Dolphins. Little dribble drive offense for the Dolphins. Pulling up for a long two, and that ball's going to be short. Rebounded by Jones of the Dogs. Quickly across half court. He's going to get that ball knocked out, but it's going to go out of bounds on the Dolphins.
So next week, of course, we got Christmas this weekend. Hope everybody has a wonderful holiday season. And the 27th, 28th, and 29th, there's a good possibility the WAS team might be calling that.
Purdue for the Dogs with the ball. Cross half court, setting up the Bulldog offense. Johnson almost gets the ball stripped, able to handle it. Dogs in their motion offense. Jones driving the lane, lays it, tries to lay it in. Now rebounded by Johnson. Johnson gets his shot blocked. That ball's going to go out of bounds on Gulf Breeze, and Crestview will inbound this ball from beneath their basket.
3:58 left here in the third quarter. Tight ball game, back and forth.
Johnson trying to get this ball inbounded for the Dogs. Still trying. Now finally going to fling this ball all the way on the other side of the court. Stewart tracks it down. Finds Purdue down low. Purdue able to lay that one in. Ties the game at 32. 3:46 and counting left to go here in the third quarter. Gulf Breeze across half court now, back on offense. Crestview staying in man-to-man defense. Gulf Breeze finds a nice cutter. That's Banks cutting to the rim for two. Moves the Dolphins up by two. 34-32 is your score. Jones across half court is going to get fouled. That ball's going to be on the floor. That's a Dolphins' third team foul of the half.
If there's one thing the Bulldogs are doing to keep us in this game is playing great. They hustle.
Johnson with the ball for the Dogs, walking this thing up. 3:20 and counting left to go in the third quarter. Dolphins on top 34-32. Trying to set up offense are the Dogs. Purdue has it over on the far sideline. Now gives it up to Jones. Jones has it at the top of the key. Being patient are the Dogs on offense. Now Johnson driving the lane, going up for two. The ball's going to roll off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Closser. The putback's no good. Fighting for it. The rebound is both teams, and they're going to call a foul on somebody on Gulf Breeze, and that's going to be their fourth team foul. It'll be on the floor. Bulldogs set up a baseline inbound play. Johnson gets this thing inbounded to Closser. Back to Johnson over in the far wing, and he tries a post entry to Closser. That ball's going to be taken away by the Dolphins. The Dolphins across half court, looking to extend their 2-point lead here in the third quarter. Working the ball around are the Dolphins. And that ball goes into the corner, and that's going to go off Purdue, the Bulldog defender. Ball will stay with Gulf Breeze. It's going to be inbounded in the near corner. That's number 24, Banks, trying to get this ball inbounded for the Dolphins, and he does. He gets the ball inbounded to Rowe. Rowe gives it up, and the Dolphins go into their half-court offense.
you just tuned it in, Dolphins are up 34-32.
And they're working the ball around, trying to extend their lead. Driving the lane, and a nice floater hit by Banks. Moves the score. Guthries 36, Crestview 32. Quickly down the court are the Dogs. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Stay with the Dogs, and they're going to inbound this thing again from their own baseline. It's like Stewart going to try to get this ball inbounded for the Dogs once we get the Guthrie sub in. He tries to find Closser down low, it looked like, and the ball's going to get knocked out of bounds once again by the Dolphins. So set it back up. Stewart finds somebody, but it looks like Purdue. Purdue pulls up from the elbow. Off balance jumper, no good. Rebounded by the Dolphins. Quickly pushed down the court for the Dolphins. That's Schneid on the layup at the other end. Moves the score 38-32. Dolphins on top. 1:33 and counting left to go here in the third quarter. And Jones is going to get fouled. That's the Dolphins' 5th team foul. That ball will be on the floor. We'll have a sideline inbound play coming up for the Dogs.
1:31 left here in the third quarter. And Breeze has got their biggest lead tonight, 6 over the Dogs.
They're going to get this ball inbounded all the way in the backcourt to Jones. Jones goes and gets it. Now is bringing it up. Moulton driving the lane. Moulton kicking it out to the corner. And now back at the top of the key go the Dogs. And they're just in their motion offense. Long three attempted by the Dogs. Shots comes up short. Rebounded by Crestview, though. Just kind of passing and cutting right now is the Crestview offense. Moulton trying to drive the lane, go up for two. That ball's going to be blocked. Rebounded by the Dolphins. Quickly down the court are the Dolphins. And another easy, uncontested layup for Guthries. And we'll have a timeout on the floor with the score, Guthries 40, Crestview 32.
Well, if you haven't heard by now, we have a paintball tank park. It's the only thing like it in this part of the country. You heard me right, tank park. Get in a tank, shoot paintballs. This is a great opportunity for the whole family, for groups. You want to do team building, take them out to Baker and climb in a tank and shoot paintballs. Birthday party, shoot paintballs. Get in a tank and have some fun. Go to their Facebook page and book an appointment at Oddball Tactics.
We are back. 46 seconds left here in the third quarter. Guthries extended their lead 40-32, the biggest lead so far tonight, 8 points, and most of those, Corey, have come with just layups. The last three have been easy layups.
Fast breaks, getting the rebound and really just out hustling the Dogs back to the other end of the court, doing a really good job. Crestview's got to start getting back on defense.
Yep.
And looks like a couple new faces in for the Dogs here in the early going, or here with about a minute left, about 45 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Jones with it at the top of the key. The Dogs trying to cut into this Guthries lead. Closser gets a putback, cuts the Guthries lead to 6. Guthries on top 40-34. 20 seconds and counting left to go in the third quarter. And I would not be surprised if Guthries sets up the last shot of the quarter. And that looks like that's what they're going to do.
I think you're right.
Holding the ball with 7 seconds left to go. That's Schneid, their leading scorer. 5 seconds. Now making a move is Schneid. Schneid gives it up. A nice pass by the Dolphins point guard to DuPont. Makes it a Guthries 42, Crestview 34 going into the fourth quarter.
Tradition is where our roots are planted. From humble beginnings based on affordable, trustworthy service, Brackney Funeral Service has grown into a reliable resource your family can depend on. Rooted in our traditions, we stay firmly connected to the families we serve and the care we provide. We continue serving all faiths and families in the only way we know how, by staying true to our heritage. Brackney Funeral Service is locally owned and operated by Terry Brackney, Highway 90 East in Crestview. Call 683-9898.
Hey, this is Kim again with your friendly hometown landscaping company, Always Blooming Landscape. If you're looking for pavers to do your driveways, patios, walkways, and or borders, we have a special for our radio listening audience. We are offering you 10% off your paver installation project. So call us at 850-682-2919 to take advantage of this 10% discount when you mention this ad. That's 682-2919. Always Blooming Landscape. Let us grow with you.
Back here at Gulf Breeze Dolphin Stadium, they're up 42-34. It's a tongue twister. Team fouls is 5 for Gulf Breeze, 4 for the Dogs. Last 8 minutes, the Bulldogs have got to turn it around. What do they got to do first half that they're not doing third quarter?
They got to start getting back on defense and not letting Gulf Breeze lay it in at the end of the end, and then offensively they're going to have to
hit their baskets.
Just really keep doing what they're doing, but they just can't give up the easy baskets on the fast breaks to the Dolphins. The Dolphins will start with this ball on offense here in the fourth quarter. Working it around, and I would expect them to be patient with it with the 8-point lead in the first quarter. Schneid on Jones, making him miss, and a nice move to the bucket. Schneid lays it in for 2, extends the Dolphin lead to 10. 7:35 and counting left to go in the game. And the Dolphins will pick up their 6th team foul of the night. That one will be called on Rowe. That'll be on the floor. Dogs will inbound it right around their bench. We get it into Jones. Jones trying to find a back door. Nice play. That's cuts the Dolphin lead to 8. 44-36 is our score. Schneid for 3. Schneid's a little long, rebounded or attempted to have been rebounded by the Dogs. He's going to go out on the Bulldog defender. The ball will stay with Gulf Breeze. Baseline inbound play coming up for the Dolphins. Dolphins get this thing inbounded on the far sideline now, dribbling it back out and setting back up offense are the Dolphins. Number 24, Banks, gives it up to Herring. And they're just kind of working this ball around. Now Schneid driving the lane and finds another nice pass. Man, he has really found some good passes. That one to Herring. Herring able to put it in for 2, extends the lead back to 10 for Gulf Breeze. 46-36 is our score. 6:35 and counting left to go here in the game. Crestview goes up for a shot. It's going to get fouled. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. The shot was no good. That's the 7th team foul for the Dolphins, and that'll put them in the bonus. Moulton going to the line for the Dogs.
Big turnaround here. Something's got to magically happen here for the Dogs.
Moulton's first attempt finds the bottom of the basket.
And that's a good start. Little substitution by Gulf Breeze. Give them some fresh legs.
Moulton with it at the line once again, taking his dribbles, going into a shot, and finding the basket again is Moulton. Cuts the Dolphin lead to 8, 46-38. Dolphins on top, 6:32 left to go in the ballgame. Dogs come out in a 2-2-1 zone press, trying to get a turnover in the back court. The Dolphins get this ball across half court, and they're going to call traveling on DuPont for the Dolphins. Dogs will take back over. Jones with it at the top of the key, calling out offense. And Blackwell sizing up his defender and driving the lane, trying to lay it in. Shot's no good. Rebounded by the Dogs. Driving the lane again and trying to lay it in. That time was number 5, Goodman. Goodman unable to get it to go. And
we'll take that.
What is I can't
They
see.
said it was off on Gulf Breeze, but it was off on the Dogs. They missed that one.
Dogs get this thing inbounded. Blackwell driving the lane. Blackwell unable to lay it in finish at the rim. Schneid throws it at the end of the court. Gets it. The Dogs back with it on offense. Jones driving the lane. Jones unable to finish at the rim. Rebounded by Stewart. Stewart gets his shot blocked, and the Dolphins have it on offense. 5:35 left to go here in the game. And the Dolphins are up 46-38, and they're going to get fouled going to the basket. And 2 attempts coming up for the Dolphins. That's Slanton going to the line, and the Bulldogs' 5th team foul of the half.
Bulldogs cannot find the basket. The last few shots are just not falling, and they're easy shots, too.
So you got to be able to finish around the rim. It's a lot of traffic down there.
A lot of traffic, but it seemed like that.
Slanton's first attempt is good.
Seemed like the Bulldogs might have missed 4 around the basket in the last 30 seconds, and you just can't allow that to happen when you're getting second and third shots, and you cannot make them.
Slanton with the ball again at the line. And his second attempt is going to be just long, rebounded by Stewart. Guthries on top, 47-38, 5:25 left to go in the game. Crestview's going to turn it over quickly in transition, and they're going to get Schneid goes up and dunks it with one hand and is going to get fouled as well, and he'll go to the line for the and one. 5:18 left to go in the game. Guthries extends their lead 49-38.
11 points, biggest lead of the night, and you can maybe see how Gulf Breeze is extending the lead just by great hustle and getting the loose balls.
Schneid misses the and one, rebounded by Jones. Dolphins still with an 11-point lead with 5:12 left to go in the ball game. Goodman gets it stripped once again for the Dogs. Guthries back on offense, slowing things down are the Dolphins. Driving the baseline, losing the handle, but able to regain it. Now kicking it over for a 3. Shot's no good. Rebounded by Jones. Jones has it across half court for the Dogs. Stewart's going to try a 3. That's going to come up short. Rebounded by the Dolphins. The Dolphins trying to push this up court. That ball's going to be taken away by Blackwell. Blackwell has the ball at the top of the key. Now he's trying to drive. He's trying to find his guy down low. That's Closser. Closser kicks it back over to Blackwell. Now things are starting to slow down a little bit here on offense. Blackwell driving in there once again. Now kicking it back out. Jones with it now. The Dogs just kind of passing and cutting. 4 minutes left to go, down by 11. And they're going to throw that thing away, and the Dolphins will take over right around half court.
Maybe a little frustration setting in for the Dogs. This is their biggest, their the largest lead by another team this year, and I don't know if it seems like it's insurmountable. We saw them go on a 10-0 run in about 2 minutes the other night against Choctaw, so it's still doable.
Dolphins with the ball on offense. And they're trying to work this ball down low, and they're going to get another foul. That should send them to the line, shoot 1-and-1, and it does. That's going to be number 11, Slanton, for the Dolphins, going to the line to shoot 1-and-1.
3:48 left here in the ball game. 49-38. Gulf Breeze has extended the lead. I do believe they won the freshman and JV, if I'm not mistaken. I know they won the JV. I'm not for sure. About
Slanton's first attempt is good.
Freshman. I didn't think they'd get the freshman game in, but
they must have not hit traffic like we did.
The kids got there here in time before all those wrecks happened, I guess.
Slanton with the ball. Second attempt is good. Extends the Dolphin lead to 13. Gulf Breeze on top, 51-38. Gulf Breeze is also going to call a timeout here with 3:48 left to go in the game.
I'm Jenny Powell. I'm one of the attorneys at Powell, Powell & Powell Law Firm. Our family has been invested for over 100 years in Northwest Florida, serving your families for over 70 years. If you're in a car accident, you need a law firm who has the training, skill, and experience necessary to deal with insurance companies so that your case doesn't drag on forever. Let our family take care of your family during your most crucial moments. Just remember, Powell, Powell & Powell Law Firm is here for you. You can always just go to our website at www.powelllawfirm.com.
Hey, this is Amber with the Cottage Boutique and Formal Wear. Ladies, if you're looking for something for a special occasion, stop in and see us. And for the men, we also offer tuxedo rentals for prom, weddings, and anything that you really need them for. We are open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday from 10 to 1. We're closed on Sundays and Mondays. If you don't know where we're located and you happen to want to stop in and see us, we're at the corner of Wilson Street and Highway 90. And you can also call us anytime at 850-682-2446.
And we are back. We only have 3:48 left here in this ball game. Bulldogs trying to make a run here. They're down 51-38 to the Gulf Breeze Dolphins. And their pregame show, they have a big screen TV up here on the wall that is pretty spectacular. You felt like you was at a college, you know, and they showed highlights of the kids warming up and stuff. It was pretty impressive. They got it going on down here at the Breeze.
The Dogs with it. Jones has it. Cross half court for the Dogs. Working this ball around is Crestview. They're going to have to find some buckets and find it quick. Before they can, Johnson is going to turn this ball over, and it's going to be laid up at the other end by the Dolphins. Extends the lead to 43-38. Dolphins on top, 3:27 and counting left to go in the game. Jones with it. Has a matchup he likes. Going to drive the lane, spins, fires, and finds two around the free throw line. 53-40. Gulf Breeze on top. 3:12 and counting is in the game. Gulf Breeze trying to work the ball across half court. We're going to get a 30-second timeout by the Dolphins with 3:05 left to go here in the ball game.
Hey everyone, and happy holidays from all of us here at Destiny Worship Center in Crestview. You know, each year Christmas may look different for families all across our community. But no matter what your experience or your background is, we would love to personally invite you and your family to our Christmas Eve candlelight service as we celebrate the birth of Jesus. This service will happen at Crestview High School on December 24th at 3 p.m. We'll have child care provided for children 4 years old and under. We are so excited about this special day, and we can't wait to celebrate it with you. On behalf of Destiny Worship Center, Merry Christmas.
We're back. Bulldogs have 3 minutes to try to get back in this ball game. They're down by 13. Gulf Breeze finds himself on top.
And they're on top with the basketball. Around half court, trying to get this ball inbounded. They do. Dogs trying to press, trying to trap in the back court, unable to do so. Getting the ball worked down low. That's number 11 down low for the Dolphins. That's Slanton laying it in for two. Extends the Dolphin lead to 15. Dolphins on top 55-40.
What?
2:48 left to go in the game, and they're going to get Stewart on the travel for the Dogs. The Dolphins will take back over on offense, inbounding this thing right in front of the Crestview bench. Dolphins working this ball up across half court. Knight with the ball, dribbling it to the top of the key. He's working on Stewart. He blows right by Stewart, just going to lay it in. An easy layup for Knight. Extends the lead to 17. Stewart runs the length of the court, tries to lay it in. Can't. Rebounded by Slanton for the Dolphins.
That's the biggest difference right there. We're not making our easy shots, and they're just making easy layups.
Dolphins up 57-40. Dribbled off Slanton's foot. Jones takes over for the Dogs, driving the length of the court, spinning, firing, and unable to get it to go, but is going to get fouled and go to the line to shoot two.
And again, that was a tough shot, but nothing's really falling right now for the Dogs. And with 2 minutes left, down by 17, most definitely got to have a Christmas miracle here. And the way Gulf Breeze is playing right now, I don't see it happening.
No.
Gulfbreeze is going to hand the second loss possibly to the Bulldogs.
Jones
I'll tell you
his
what
first
can
attempt.
I'll tell you what can cure this. About 4 threes for the Dogs. They can get them back in the ball game. In a row, though, within like a minute.
They're going to need 4 turnovers in a row and then 4 threes.
Just to get back in the game,
and
right?
we'll still be down.
Still be down. Looks like some of the old
not the
student body is leaving already.
Jones knocks both of his free shots down.
A lot of faith.
57-42, Dolphins on top, 2:07 left to go in the game.
What's that song? Got to have faith, faith, faith. I think that's.
I don't think the student section don't lack faith for the Dolphins. I think they just.
Well,
they
do
have a lot of faith.
That's what I'm saying.
They have a lot of faith in their team.
They know that it's about over.
Bulldogs pressing. Dolphins breaking the press and trying to throw an alley-oop at the other end. Unable to get it to go. Rebounded by Purdue. Purdue gets it across half court. 1:48 and counting left to go. Johnson driving the lane. Now kicking out to Goodman. Goodman gives it up to Blackwell. Blackwell driving the lane.
Well, I'm telling you got to shoot the ball.
And Johnson trying to hit a floater. And he gets it to go.
How about that?
Cuts the Dolphin lead to 13. 57-44, Dolphins on top. 1:30 left to go in the game. Bulldogs still in the press. Dolphins breaking the press. And that's number 33 for the Dolphins. DuPont laying it in.
Appreciate that referee not calling a foul there.
59-44. Dolphins on top. Another turnover. And the Dogs have all but quit here. 61-44. And we're going to get a timeout for Crestview. And I believe that Coach Watson is going to get some guys in there that want to run up.
Yeah, let them put some other kids in there that wants to play. We'll be right back.
Listen up. Do you need a new roof? Do you need roof repair? Well, I have a company just for you, CQ Roofing. Hometown roofer since 1999. They're state licensed and insured. Chris Poirier, the owner, is born and raised right here in Crestview, North Okaloosa County. Family owned and operated for 24 years, specializing in shingles and metal. Give them a call, 850-683-4169, or visit their website at cqroofing.com.
And that's just exactly what's going to happen here. We're back at the Dolphin Stadium with 1 minute left. 61-44. Bulldogs will go down, but Coach Watson's going to put in some fresh legs, some guys that wants to play. Them other guys are gas. I get it.
Yeah, they've been in a lot, but, I mean, you got to have a little.
They're pressing. They're letting the easy ones just go right on by. They said, well, they beat me.
I can tell you that he's not happy with it.
He's not happy. Coach Watson is not used to that giving up situation. And I'm going to say that's the first time we've really seen it that bad.
Yeah.
Okay, where the guys say, go ahead, take it. We've got 1 minute. I want to get back to the house. Santa Claus is coming.
So we got number 30, Foley, number 15. Get these guys' names in.
Get their names in.
Number 15, Lancaster.
Moulton took the ball out.
Moulton's in. Phillips is in, and Knox is in for the Dogs. And they're setting up offense here with a minute left to go here in the game. Moulton driving baseline. He's going to get fouled and go to the line.
No time to dribble.
1-and-1.
Just saying.
Moulton. Well, I mean, look, the game.
I know.
They want to run. They need to run.
That's right.
Offense
run some plays.
And not worry about the scoreboard
That's
here.
Right. So on the 27th, I don't know if my right-hand man's going to be with me or not. He may be doing
we don't
some
know
stuff.
Yet.
But my son said he would most definitely fill in for you. He's all excited.
Braxton?
Yes.
What about? Should you bring somebody out of retirement?
Well, Doug may want to, but, he travels. He does the Christmas stuff, too.
He's big. Christmas.
I don't know. I could ask him, though.
Moulton able to knock down both
Moulton
the hits.
is 4 for 4 on the line.
61-46 is our score. Bulldogs staying in the press. This time, Guthrie's unable to lay it in at the other end. That was nice.
It's got to be, huh?
Ball's going to go out of bounds on Crestview. Sideline inbound play coming for the Dolphins. Inside of 50 seconds left to go here in the game.
I think that kid's got 2 different color shoes on. He might have lost one.
Guthries working this ball, trying to hold it and run some timeout here.
Yeah, just run it out, boys. No fouls, please. No fouls for the B team.
32 seconds and counting left to go.
Oh, Moulton. He's going to try to put him on the line.
Moulton's doing his best.
He's going to put him on the line.
And 25 seconds left, and Moulton is doing everything he can to get a foul called, and they won't call it. And they're going to call that one. So the Dolphins will go to the line and shoot 2, I believe. No, 1-and-1, excuse me. 1-1. That's number 10 for the Dolphins going to the line to shoot 1-1. That is Jackson.
Let me go ahead and get a shout out to our sponsors while this gentleman is shooting his shot. Is it a 1-1?
Yeah, and he knocks his first one in.
Appreciate CQ Roofing so far this year, your hometown roofer. Appreciate you guys. Crestview Paint and Body, of course, they've been advertising with us for a long time, supporting Crestview Bulldogs programs.
Unable to make the second one. Knox with the rebound. Phillips moving the ball across court. 10 seconds left to go in the game. Moulton driving the lane, and Moulton is going to get fouled, and Moulton's going to get to go to the line again to shoot 2.
How about trying to be 6 for 6 tonight?
Yep.
Powell Injury Law. Dixie Ann Powell's been doing our coaches show for 24 years. I've been doing football 24 years. Appreciate you, Dixie, for helping us with basketball this year. Joey the Jeweler. Boy, what a great week to go down on Main Street. Wrap up those situations right there at Joey. He can make it happen.
Moulton makes his first.
Oddball Tactics. Now, listen, out in Baker, they've got 4 fields. You get in a tank. They've got 8 tanks, T-A-N-K. It blows my mind.
Moulton makes the second one.
And they load them up with paintballs. All you got to do is show up and have a great, great time. I mean, I saw it. I went to their website, and it is really cool. And that's going to be the ball game.
Dolphins run the clock out and take the 62-48 victory.
Brackney Funeral Service. He's been around for a long time. Appreciate Terry. Always Blooming Landscape. You need some great pavers. Right now they're running a special. You heard her. If you let them know you heard it on the radio, you get 10% off on your pavers. I believe it was installation. Powell Law Firm on Main Street. Gillis and their crew has been serving, the Powell family's been serving Crestview or the surrounding areas for 100 years. The Cottage Boutique and Formal Wear on Wilson Street, any special occasion, they've got it covered for you. And Destiny Worship Center, they're holding their candlelight service right there at Crestview High School, the auditorium at 3 o'clock on Saturday. It'll be a beautiful event. You want to come out Saturday, 3 p.m. If you don't have nothing to go on, we're going to have a candlelight service right there in the auditorium at Crestview. Listen, final score here, 48-62. Y'all be watching for us. We'll advertise it. Probably going to carry that game or the tournament 27, 28, 29. Final score 48-62. Listen, have a Merry Christmas, a blessed holiday season, and be safe out there with this bad weather. Good night, everybody.